Hi.
Hi.
Welcome. We're going to call this a birthday episode for you. She had a birthday last week.
Yes, it was last week, and I spent it with family. And then this weekend, what a great weekend, by the way. Knock on wood.
So fun.
I'm like, so we hung out and we have pictures.
Let's roll the pics of our weekend birthday celebration.
There we go.
Okay, so it was a two-part birthday celebration. The second part was the Texans game, which was so fun. The first part was brunch at a new Mexican Tex-Mex restaurant, and it was so good.
So good.
I enjoyed that so much.
I did too. I took one bite of the enchilada and I was like, I need a moment of silence here.
That's Ryan.
Can you send me that picture? That is so cute.
That's Rashi's son, Ryan.
Yes, he had such a good time.
I had to take my glasses off when he walked. I was like, hey, Ryan, it's Caroline. Because I was like, I don't even know if he'll recognize me. I had this crazy outfit on. We had matching jackets on, Rashi and I.
I don't know if
so fun.
Yes, and so we are now. There's my friend on the left. She is 39 weeks pregnant with her fourth, and it was
my gosh.
She came. It was awesome. Coco's there. My sister was there.
Oh yeah, there's the fits. Me and Rashi in matching different color jackets there.
Yes, football jackets.
And then Coco ended up coming to the game too, but she dressed for brunch and then changed. That's my boyfriend.
Yes, I Ubered with them. I was
I think I have the Uber picture in here actually somewhere.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't remember taking a picture.
Yeah, I took a
Those
selfie.
marks. Oh my gosh, yes. Those marks were potent.
Did you have two?
I had four. Remember?
Oh, you had four?
Yes.
Oh, see, I had two.
Yes.
That explains a lot.
Well, yes, because remember they brought us an extra one and you gave it to me?
I did, but I didn't realize that would have been your fourth. Wow. So fun, though. That's what the birthday girl's supposed to do.
So fun.
It was just the best. There's one margarita there and her birthday. What are those? Churros.
Churros, yes. And then I had the margarita flight.
Oh, my gosh. It was, the flight. Oh, so it wasn't really 4 margaritas. The little flights were mini.
So I had 3 regular.
Oh.
And then the flight.
Oh.
So that would count.
You know, it's your birthday.
It's
you had
fine.
to celebrate.
It's fine.
You went
We're
to the
fine.
game.
Everything's good.
Bonus, the Texans not only won, but absolutely clobbered. Yes, the Chargers.
They completely destroyed them. I'm going to use that tonight.
I know. We're not supposed to say, completely destroyed, and Will doesn't like that. So now we just keep saying it
all the time
to get on his nerves.
And here's the thing is, it's with AP, and you know, when you're going to journalism school and all that, you don't want to be redundant, right? So completely destroyed is redundant. But how many times have you heard people go, 100% agree?
Yeah, exactly. It's just you agree. Yeah, but yes, exactly.
Anyway,
so now we get to look forward to the Texans at the Kansas City Chiefs this coming Saturday at 3:30 our time.
Here's the thing that we're all in the newsroom, we're like, oh my God, what if this happens? First of all, if the Texans go to the Super Bowl, whoa.
Yeah. But even if they beat the Chiefs, whoa.
Yes. But since we're hosting the Super Bowl on Fox, we would be going, I hope they send me and you together.
I know. I really just wish that they weren't playing the Chiefs. But I believe that the Texans are going to go in with all their might, and I believe that maybe KC just, who knows? It's, you know what? It's a game, so anyone could win.
Who's KC?
Kansas City.
Oh, KC. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yes, go Texans!
For the divisional round, so we're looking forward to that. But I feel like the Chargers weren't taking us seriously. They had made comments oh, this is our bye week. We're playing the Texans. It's well, that was a pretty fun bye week.
Never
you got creamed.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is that even Texans fans going in knew this was going to be a really hard game and probably not going to win. And this is just, but I mean.
Well, I did think we had a good chance of winning. It wasn't that we weren't going to win, but it was just whenever you get to the postseason, I don't care if you're Kansas City or what, it's everyone's going to bring their A game. Yeah. So, wow, I think everyone's going to be oh, Kansas City's going to win against the Texans. I mean, I don't think that that's 100%.
Well, here's a question I did want to ask you. So being a Steelers fan, and Steelers fans travel, and they're crazy. I know. And so how would you compare it to Texans fans? Because me just, only really being exposed to the Texans, I think we have such an amazing fan group, which we do.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm so lucky to be able to call the Texans my adopted team, and everyone's so nice, and I've had a lot of fun, but this is just full transparency, completely on. This isn't a diss on Texans fans or any football organization. This is just from me growing up in Pittsburgh and going to these games and going to the tailgates, like it does not even compare. Like when the terrible towels, the black and gold, like the flags, the tailgates, I mean, it's a different world if you tailgate in Pittsburgh, or if you're just at a game and the Steelers fans travel, than what we saw with like the Chargers fans at NRG. Now we had a great turnout for Texans fans, so much energy, so much red and blue in the stadium. So I'm not downplaying that. It's one of those things that's like,
because I know you come from a very
different. So also growing up in Pittsburgh, I didn't realize until I was quite older, like probably 8th grade or so, that like not every city, all their teams aren't one color. Like our city is like all black and gold, and it's a city where it gets really cold in the winter, so you can't golf and you can't like do other things in the winter, so everybody's watching football, like everybody, because you're a lot of times like stuck inside because it's snowing, and so it's different. But there are like certain franchises, in my opinion, that have that like type of fans and like atmosphere. I would say, I was kind of talking about it with Connor the other night, like the Dallas Cowboys, they have like, they're such a powerhouse, like from back in the day, the Steelers, like, I mean, even the 49ers, I mean, Kansas City now, like they're kind of like the new wave of this like powerhouse team, but but I mean, that's not to say that our Texans fans aren't amazing, and it's such a great atmosphere in NRG.
I know you are all about the Texans and you love the fans and all of that, but I was going to say, it's interesting you brought up that point about like the snow and everybody just up north like watches football, because
I mean, you make soup and you watch football. That's what it is.
And because my friend, who is a huge Steelers fan, he told me the same thing, because he was like, you know, we didn't have anything else really. So like this is what we did, and we're all in it.
I mean, you go to church and it's actually completely acceptable.
It's completely
acceptable. It is acceptable that you like wear, you can wear your Steelers stuff anywhere, at any time, even at church. So you can wear your Steeler jersey, or like, let's say that there's like a very nice restaurant where here in Houston we would really dress up, or maybe there's even a dress code, but like in Pittsburgh and like that greater Pittsburgh area, like you walk in your Steeler jersey, like you're fine, like it's cool.
That's awesome.
It's just very interesting, and you wear Steelers stuff 365 days a year. It's not just a football season thing, where most cities, like, during the season, you're going to wear, you know, your team stuff. But in places like Pittsburgh, it's 365 days a year. You'll see Steelers jerseys, hats, like, it's very common.
See, we have like seasons of what we do, right? Like we're like, in February starts, it's like rodeo, but then it's like Astros stuff, and then Rockets thrown in. And,
it's so interesting.
You know?
And it's not, one's not better than the other, whatever. Like, I'm so glad that, I also am glad that, like, Texans, when I came here 2 years ago, were like a huge underdog team, like still are. And so it was very easy for me to adopt the Texans as like my team now. Like, I love it. I'm always going to love the Steelers, but they were an easy team to root for because you wanted them to win. And D'Amico Ryans came in, and like we got CJ Stroud, and it was just so cool to like be here witnessing that, and then to like become a fan. Like, you can say I hopped on a bandwagon, but I honestly think whether I live like in Houston or not, like, I'm always going to be pulling for the Texans.
I mean, and there was a lull there for a while, like where the Texans were not good, the team was just not and it's just like this group is so special, and they just have really increased the fan base. I think.
I mean, even your family, you guys now are season ticket holders, so it's like that would have never been a thing if
No, and actually, it was right before all the changes that we decided, because Daniel and I were like, you know, we were just talking about it, and it was more of like a family thing for us to do. And then all these things
great
happened.
for you guys, Like, Daniel, her husband's father, walked up to the game, so I'm talking to her father-in-law, and like it's such a great thing for your family, because it's bringing multiple generations together for like this really fun experience. Like, to see him with Ryan, like it was so cute.
And like my mom even came one time, and she would never
go. She just like, really wouldn't. Yeah, exactly. It's
but like
so cool.
you're also looking back at your memories as a child, or like with watching Steelers games with your parents and your family, and it's going.
Like, it's just it's always been fun. But also what I really like about the Texans is that it's January, and we were inside sitting nice and comfortable. Yes. There was no snow on the ground, no wind. Like, we have the roof, and like, let me tell you, sometimes it's below zero.
I don't even know how you.
But in celebration of your birthday, I wanted to give you your birthday gift.
So I wanted to open it with all my friends, and I was like, let's do it here. So
there's a card, but you can save the card for later.
Okay, I'll save the card for Stop. Oh my God, I've been wanting a new one.
It doesn't spill. Okay, look, there's water in it. There's water in mine. Mine's not a Stanley. Hers is a Stanley.
Stop it.
It doesn't spill.
What?
Yep.
Oh my God, now
I spill mine like 10 times a day.
Thank you, girlfriend.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, we always have our water bottles.
But yeah,
so that's like, you know.
And do you drop yours and tip yours over and then it spills?
Yes,
so now
yes,
it
that has happened. Oh,
and I got the big size because I like the big size.
She's actually the one that a year ago, I think, I had my little one. And you're like, you need the big one.
I know. I was like, you need to hydrate.
One. Yes.
Oh, I drink this all. Like, I like it because I also got like a new smaller one, and I was like, oh, it's lighter, but it's not enough water in there. I run out. This one like can last me the whole night usually,
because we usually do that during commercial breaks, is just drink water because we're parched after talking so much.
I hate not having my water. Like, I always you sometimes like come in here with no water, and I don't know
because
how you
I'm running too fast because I'm that late.
Okay, well, I'm so glad you like your
I love it. You're
no
the best.
spill water bottle. Yes. We'll be right back.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This is crazy. This next story is nuts. A couple going viral for their way of staying connected to each other. Literally. They paid $1,000 to implant magnets underneath their skin.
Ew.
Which touches each other when, like,
I guess it's like ew. I'm grossed out.
That is so awful.
I'm grossed out.
Who would actually do this surgery? That's not so okay.
Crazy. Ew, this is going to become a thing. Ew.
Your story on TikTok, you think?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That is not cute.
Not at all.
So they've gotten hundreds of comments ranging from praise to confusion. One person says, good luck going through a metal detector the rest of your lives.
Ooh, that's interesting. You know, do what makes you happy. That grosses me out. I don't like the way it looks.
When would you do this?
Also, like, would other things stick to that magnet? So, like, if, you know, I put it by the Stanley, would it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or you're opening the refrigerator and
yeah.
Okay, and the position they've put it in, it's not even like a hip or like it's your hand.
I know. That is just, why not just get a tattoo with your names on it? You guys
or like a necklace or a bracelet or just tell each other we love you.
Wow. Well, you know, they got their viral moment. I hope they're so happy and definitely interesting.
This is so dumb to me because why would you implant something in your body? That thing could get infected.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
What if it travels to another body part?
Or like, I don't know, messes with the vein or something. And here's the thing is, as just a human, when you put out stuff on social media and you know it goes viral, there are people who are vulnerable who would want to do something crazy like that. So you might be inspiring other people that are not of age maybe to like stick a magnet inside. Or
gosh.
You know what I mean? Like as a teenager, like, let's do this.
Oh, I know, let's do it ourselves. Like, no, don't do that. Please don't do that. Yeah. What about just those little heart necklaces that we should get some that say like best friends?
Yes.
You know, and you put them together.
We're not going to do a magnet.
Oh, no.
What is it like? It's not even like a special magnet that it's like, you know, we'll always be there for each other kind of thing, whatever.
And what if they break up? I know. Interesting, but you do you guys. You do you. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. So there's this very interesting study, Caroline, about job stress, robbing workers of the sleep that they need.
Oof.
Researchers followed almost 2,000 workers for about 9 years, and they found that job stress led to significantly more sleep disturbances, like trouble falling asleep, waking up at night, also waking up too early. So the study's team says that the results show companies could do more to help workers get their rest, which is in turn going to benefit them as workers' productivity improves.
Okay, so interesting. I would say that I feel like I okay, this is kind of like unrelated, but do you ever feel like you just wish that you like could put yourself in an enclosed room with a big do not disturb sign so that you could really focus and get work done?
Yes.
Because I don't know about any of you who work in like an office setting like we do. There's so much happening and there's so much going on and so much that needs to be done for our live show that oftentimes when we're trying to get stuff done that is due maybe a couple days from now, it's like, hey, can you track this? Hey, you're gonna do that. Hey, I need you in this video. Hey, la, la, la. And it's just like, oh my gosh.
Yes, so many things.
I literally got 2 seconds of work done in the last 30 minutes because I've had to go do all this other stuff for other things. And it's like overwhelming. And I feel like that stresses me out more than like anything.
I think that's a current stress. I think I was talking to you too much too.
Today?
Yeah.
No.
Were you talking about your...
No,
well,
because
just in general,
we were talking about like the show today. So no, I don't mean that. I think it's more like
in general. I was just...
It's like tasks that have to be done for the live show coming up. So it's like when we're trying to work on something that's like due in a couple days, it kind of just keeps getting pushed back, and then we end up scrambling anyway because we just get to the point where it's like, I can't do that. This is due, and so it's like I'm trying to be good and have this done in advance, and then it's like.
So our jobs are very different because I think ours are one of the top most demanding ones in terms of deadlines because you know we no matter what we're going to go on at 3:30, we're going to go on at 5, we're going to go on at 6. So you know that is stressful in itself. You have to manage that stress, and from us doing this for so many years,
and it's a little bit like, and I get that like other jobs have what you could classify as deadlines. Like, all right, if you're like a doctor or like a nurse in the hospital, you have to see all the patients. Maybe there's 35 patients that you literally have to see everyone for the day. But like if you see that patient at 4 or 4:05, like that's not going to make a difference, right?
Right.
We don't have that option. Like
we have to get it done. We have to like
we have to be in our seats at 4:55.
Yes.
We're live on air at 5. That package, that story is running. Like there's no like, oh, like 4:15. And I think that would alleviate some stress. Like if we had more of like not so much of like this hard deadline. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, the expectations are very high. And so, you know, we are obviously expected to do X, Y, and Z at a certain time. And so, so I guess the point is in our jobs, when we are at work, it's stressful.
Yeah.
And I would say it's not as stressful for me personally, I would say after work, because I just am just kind of turn it off.
Yeah. The only thing I stress about outside of work would be like, okay, I need to get this done, this done, and this done. I need to coordinate this interview. If there's like lists of tasks that needs to be done, that like sometimes like I just keep thinking about it. I don't know if like it stresses me out, but it definitely like is something I'm thinking about.
Yeah. I've had to learn to, you know, compartmentalize, and I don't do that well because you know I still kind of think about things when I'm at home or whatever. But there's stories. It's not like things that have happened at work, more so just like, I can't believe that lady did that to her child or whatever. But I always think about doctors or lawyers who have to think about a case that went one way versus another if they need to argue a certain way.
Right? I know, because at the end of the day, like our job isn't, like we're not
saving lives.
We are not saving lives. We can certainly get some good help for people who need help. And like that's one of my favorite parts about this job is that especially when I was a reporter, but as an anchors, we have the opportunity to do that too. Like we can assist in getting people help. We can assist people in righting a wrong, like you know, because we have the connections and the credibility to go to like our lawmakers or our city leaders and be like, hey, like this is what's going on with this person, and then boom, like that problem will be fixed. And I think that's so cool, and I love that. But like their lives aren't in our hands, where in other fields, even being an attorney, like we're talking about somebody's life, maybe not their physical being, but being in their hands. Like that's stress on a different level. I don't know why people sign up for that.
Yes, I know. I've covered courts too. I hated it because it was just like so stressful. And the thing is, especially with attorneys, like, I mean, you have to really compartmentalize. I mean, I've talked to some defense attorneys. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you defend?
And we see, especially when we were reporters, some pretty crazy up close disturbing things. And so you have to compartmentalize that as well. But like, I mean, we were watching a show last night and they were like showing the operating table. And I'm just like, I can't even look at that. Gosh. Imagine operating on somebody's heart, you know?
Imagine like cutting someone open.
It's actually Landman. That's what we were watching.
Oh, is it good?
Yeah. It takes place in Texas.
Oh.
And like some in Houston and some in Fort Worth, and like one of the like medical centers that they were filming in, Connor had, my boyfriend, like had just went there, so he's like, oh, that's this medical place. And they had Jerry Jones in it playing himself. Like, it is good. I mean, it's different. My favorite part of the whole show is the mother-daughter duo, because they're blonde and fabulous. But a lot of it is like working out in the oil fields and like what goes on when you're working in this really dangerous job.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing, is like these people who work in the oil fields or offshore or whatever, that's like a whole, you're spending the night there, you know, like at least we go home. And
then Connor had me watching, I never watched Yellowstone, now I'm watching Yellowstone.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot of like Texas-y ranching oil thing. It's a little too much for me, but Landman's good because it comes out every Sunday, so like we're up to date, so we'd have to wait till next Sunday.
Yeah. Well, guess what? That's on a streaming platform, and this is as well. So we do appreciate you joining us for this edition of Caroline and Rashi. You can binge our other episodes on Fox Local, the free app that you can download on your phone and your smart TV.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, friends.